Good morning, class. By the way, my name is Danica Cruz Hamulod. I am your pre-service teacher for today, and I came from Western Mindanao State University. So before anything else, may I request everyone to please stand, and may I call on Ira to please lead us a prayer?
Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Guide us, O Lord, as we study our lesson. Amen.
Amen. So before we're going to proceed, first let us check your attendance. So, Jessie, the Beadle, kindly submit to me the attendance later after the lesson.
Yes, Ma'am.
Okay, very good. So, good morning once again.
Good morning, Ma'am.
So, how are you today?
I'm great.
Very good. You may now take your seats.
Thank you, Ma'am.
Okay, before we go into proceed with our lesson, I will first ask you a random questions. Are you ready?
Yes, Ma'am.
Okay, very good. So, who among you here familiar with different organisms in our environment?
Me, Ma'am, but not all.
Okay. I'll show you this short video for you to have a clue of what we'll be discussing for today, and please do have an observation about it. Okay, so what have you observed upon watching the video? Yes, Beauty?
It's all about living things in our environment and their interactions.
Okay, very good. Does it have the connection with our topic today?
Yes, Ma'am.
Yes, very good. So, student, you really did a great job. And let's give ourselves a Coca-Cola clap.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Coca-Cola.
Okay, so our topic for today is all about beneficial and harmful interactions among living things. To proceed with, let us first read our objectives. At the end of the lesson, the learners are able to describe how organisms interact in the environment. And the second one, identify the beneficial and harmful interactions among living things in the environment. Okay, so are you familiar with symbiosis? So who among you here knows what's the meaning of symbiosis? Okay, I'll show it to you. Okay. What is symbiosis? Symbiosis is any relationship that involves two or more species of different kinds of interacting together. So that's the meaning of symbiosis. Now you know. So I have here a picture which illustrates for you to understand it more. Okay, here. you observe in the picture? How did the bird benefited from the carabao? Yes, Jess?
The bird now has food to eat.
Great job. And how did the carabao benefited from the bird? Yes, Alice?
The carabao loses its parasitic tick.
Very good. The bird has no food to eat, and the carabao loses its parasitic ticks. So, this is just a long-term relationship which is known as the symbiosis. I already posted here the meaning of symbiosis, and we need to discuss it further, the different types of it. So, the first one is the mutualism. What is the meaning of mutualism, class? Okay, here. Okay, here, mutualism. So everybody read mutualism. A kind of symbiotic in which both organisms benefit from the interaction. So I have here the illustration for you to understand it more. Example of mutualism is this. Okay. What do you call this one, class? Anyone? Okay. This is a sea anemone. A sea anemone living in the shell of a hermit crab helps to protect it from predators. The sea anemone cannot move from place to place on its own. When the hermit crab moves around, it carries the sea anemone with it. So this increases the area in which the anemone can feed. Okay, so why is it that anemone belongs to mutualism? Anybody? Yes, Ira.
Because both species benefited from each other.
Excellent. That's it. So, the second different types of symbiosis is this commensalism. So, what is commensalism? Let us know it here. Okay. So, what is commensalism? Commensalism, a kind of symbiotic interaction in which one organism is helped and the other in neither help nor harm. So here's the example of commensalism. And try to think, what is this organism belongs to commensalism? So here. Okay. That's the example of commensalism, an orchid tree, an orchid which is carried by the tree. So, example, an orchid living in a tree is an example of commensalism. The orchid has place to live. The tree is not affected by the orchid. It's just that a kind of symbiotic interaction in which one organism is helped. And the kind of organism helped by this is the orchid, which is it was carried by the tree, and the tree was not even harmed or even affected anyways. So, is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Let us clap our hands. Okay. So, the third one type of symbiosis is the parasitism. Okay. Okay, everybody, can you please read what is the meaning of parasitism?
Parasitism. It is a harmful interaction in which the organism that benefits is the parasite and the harmed organism is the host.
Okay, thank you for reading, everyone. So let me give you also the example of a parasite. For you we're going to understand it well. Okay, here. This is a parasitic ticks. Are you familiar with this? This kinds of parasitic is everywhere, especially if we have we have puppies in the homes, right? Okay. So parasitism, it is a harmful interaction in which the organism that benefits is the parasite and the harmed organism is the host. So, as you can see, the ticks in the human skin. The ticks is going to suck a blood in the human skin, which human was being harmed or the host is being harmed. So that's the example of parasitism. Okay, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Fourth one is what we call predation. So what's the meaning of this predation, teacher? Okay, kindly read. Predation is a harmful interaction in which it's an organism that eats another organism. It is a predator-prey relationship. So I have here illustration for you to understand it. Okay, here's the example. Okay. What have you noticed upon presenting the picture? What have you observed? Okay. Since predation is a harmful interaction, the example of this is snakes feeding on chicks, eagle feeding on monkey, and shark feeding on small fishes. So, from the illustration, as you can see between the snake and the chick, who is the predator? Yes, Alice?
The snake, ma'am.
Very good. And now, who is the prey?
The chick, ma'am.
Very good. So, is there an example that belongs to predation? Anyone from the class? Okay. So, is it understood about the meaning of predation and its example? Okay, very good. Let's have a barangay clap. Okay, the fourth and the fifth and the last one is the competition. So what is this, Teacher Dan? What is this competition and why it is belongs to symbiosis? So the fifth one is competition. The fifth one is competition. Okay, allow me to read this for you. Competition, it is an interaction between organisms or species in which both the organisms are harmed. So, the example is here. Is it visible? Okay, the example is here. Okay, this is a tree, a sun, a flower, and a water, a roots, and a soil. Okay, here's the example of competition. Example, plants may compete for available nutrients, the water, sunlight, and soil. Animals compete with both members of the same species and with other species for sources, food, and hiding places to avoid predators. So it is very clear now that this is an organism or species which both the organisms are harmed. They are competing with each other. Okay, is there an example that belongs to competition? Yes, Sandra?
Example, woodpeckers and squirrels.
Okay, very good. All right. It seems as everyone really did an excellent job and understood the lesson, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So, class, any clarification, question, violent reactions?
None at all, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So, everybody, let's give a hand of a clap for us. A round of applause. Okay, class, let's review it again. What are the types of symbiosis? The types of symbiosis are mutualism, commensalism, parasitis, predation, and competitions. These are the types of symbiosis. So we have here the 5 types of symbiosis and its examples. Okay, so for today, let's play a game. Let's play a game called We Want to Steal. Before we're going to start our game, kindly listen to the instructions carefully before we're going to begin the game. Is it clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's the instructions. Listen carefully. Choose one member from your group to answer the question. No repeating of member when answering the questions. Number 3, player only has 10 seconds to think of the answer. Answer it orally. We can use a lifesaver, which is called call a friend, to coach the player, but a group can only apply it twice. Number 4, member who will answer chorus will be deducted. And a group can steal a question if the timer of the answering group has already timed up. And the last is, each question is 5 points. Okay, let the games begin. So now, every group choose your player. Okay, for the group 1, it is also known as the predator-prey relationship. Yes, Alice.
Predation.
Very good. Group 1 has already a 5 points. Okay, for the group 2, choose your player. What interaction is this? Shark feeding on small fish. Yes, Kevin.
Predation again.
Very good again. Group 2 has already 5 points also. Okay, for the group 3, any relationship that involves 2 or more species of different kinds living and interacting together. Yes, Bea?
Symbiosis.
Excellent! Group 3 has already 5 points also. And for the group 4, a sea animal living on the shell of the hermit crab is a blank interaction. Yes, Alice?
Mutualism.
Very good! For the first part, the group 4 also have 5 points. Okay, for the second set, again, group 1 choose your player. Okay, group 1. A parasite lives inside the body of the host. What kind of interaction or the symbiosis is this? Yes, Bea?
Parasitism.
Very good! You have 5 points again. For the group 2, a kind of symbiotic interaction in which one organism is helped and the other in neither help nor harm. Okay?
Commensalism.
Very good. 5 points again. Okay, for the group 3, here's your question. A kind of symbiosis in which both organisms benefit from the interaction. Yes, John?
Mutualism, ma'am.
Very good. Group 3 has 5 points. Okay, for the last group and the last question. Group 4, choose your player. Okay, group 4. Plants may compete for available nutrients, water, sunlight, and soil. What kind of symbiosis is this? Yes, Clara?
Competition, ma'am.
Very good. Group 4 also have 5 points. So, the group already did a great job. For the group 1, they have 10 points. For the group 2, they have 10 points also. Group 3, 10 points. Group 4, you have 10 points. So, all group has 10 points. So, kindly give them a round of applause. Let's give ourselves a Coca-Cola clap. Okay, so I guess that everyone really understood the lesson, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. So thank you so much for your cooperation. So for the last time, I want you to get your test notebook and let's have a short evaluation. Okay. This would be so exciting, short evaluation. Get your test notebook and answer this short evaluation. Okay. For our evaluation, allow me to read the direction. Direction. Identify what is being asked in each statement, whether it is true or false. Write your answers before the number. Okay. Time's up. So, exchange your paper to your seatmate and write corrected by. So, let's check this. Let's check your paper. Okay, number 1. Mutualism is an interaction between organisms or species in which both the organisms are harmed. Yes, Bea?
False.
False. Very good. Number 1 is false. Number 1 is false. So, who got the correct answer? Very good, students. So, let me just clear this one. Okay, number 2. Snakes feeding on chicks belongs to symbiosis of competition. Yes, Robin?
False again, ma'am.
False. Very good. False again. For number 2, false. Why is it that false? Because snake feeding on chicks are belong to symbiosis of what? Predation. Okay, number 3. Mutualism is both species benefited from each other. Is it true or false? Yes, Carla.
True, ma'am.
True. Very good. Very good. Number 3 is true, which is mutualism is both species benefited from each other. Very good. Okay. Number 4. It is a harmful interaction because the organism that benefit is called the parasite and the harmed organism is the host, which is an example of parasitism. Is it true or false? Yes, Bea?
True, ma'am.
True. Very good. The answer for this one is true. Yes, parasitism is a harmful interaction. Okay, the last but not the least, number 5. Predation is a harmful interaction as well because it's an organism that eats another organism. Is it true or false? Everybody from the class. Yes, Carl.
It's true, ma'am.
Yes, true. Very good. Number 5 is true because predation is a harmful interaction as well because it's the organism that eats another organism. This kind of symbiosis is called predation. So, it is true. So, who got the perfect score? 5, 4, 3, yes, 2, 1. So, everybody got the highest score or even the perfect score. So, let's give a round of applause. Very good students. Okay. So I guess everybody listen carefully and get the lesson being tackled for today. I have here an assignment. Since you got a high score or even the perfect score for your evaluations, I have here for your assignment and pass this next meeting. Okay, for your assignment. Okay, assignment. Read a book about living things in our environment, then write your opinion about it. Any books that talks about living things in our environment and write your even a short opinion about it. So that's your assignment and pass this on our next meeting. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for participating in our class actively. And now, thank you so much for your cooperation. And may I request everyone to please stand for our closing prayer. May I request Jana to lead us the closing prayer.
Dear Lord, thank you for guiding us with our lesson for today and bless our teacher. Amen.
Amen. So, goodbye class.
Goodbye, Teacher Dan.
Thank you so much for your cooperations. God bless. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.